Good morning from Busch Gardens, Tampa. My annual pass comes with preferred parking, which I'm happy about because look at the line for the trams. I am really excited to be back here at Busch Gardens, Tampa. This park has some really amazing coasters. I am also here to see all the new health and safety protocols. Busch Gardens did reopen last week, but I wanted to wait a few days because if you watched my SeaWorld video, we all know that was a disaster. So I wanted to wait a few days, come to Busch Gardens and see if they're doing anything better, have they changed anything, and how does it kind of compare to Universal and Disney Springs. I hope you guys are ready because I am. Let's go do this. Today, I'm going to be wearing my neck gaiter and a medical mask. We are now approaching the temperature check. It's located inside a tent, exactly like how we saw over at SeaWorld. I'm already seeing hand sanitizer, more signs about COVID-19. They have these green dots for the physical distancing. Doesn't really stand out like the other parks. Thank you. We made it in. Oh, it's really good to be back at this park. By the way, they are still selling tickets, and I thought this was a reservation only kind of system. I guess maybe they haven't sold as many reservations or tickets as they thought they would, but you can walk up same day, buy a ticket, get a reservation, and go inside the park. Now that I'm getting closer to the park, I'm seeing brighter ground markers, exactly like how they looked at SeaWorld, but these are green. I scanned my ticket, and the team member said they didn't even need to see my reservation. So what's the point of having a reservation? Interesting. And just to give you guys an idea to how big Busch Gardens is, it is a massive park. Lots of coasters, lots of attractions, lots of animals. Oh boy, look at the line for guest relations. And just like over in SeaWorld, they have their own reusable face coverings. Looks like we have some tigers, some flamingos, and these are $10 each. I cannot wait for this new coaster to open, but they are already selling new merchandise. I have found all of the welcome back merchandise. Look at this one. Welcome back to the Pride. Welcome back. It's been Gorilla long time. We are all in this together, 6 feet apart. I've only been inside the park for about 10 minutes, but so far everybody is wearing a mask. Hopefully that does not change throughout the day. Okay, I love these signs about social distancing. By the way, there's an alligator. He's a big one. Oh boy, there's Cheetah Hunt. I love that coaster. We will definitely try to ride that today. I did bring the GoPro. Well, Cheetah Hunt is currently a 60-minute wait at park open. It's just like that because of the social distancing. They're not really letting too many guests on the ride vehicles at one time. They have to clean vehicles in between. So that's one thing I do recommend is it may not be the best time to come back to the theme parks because of the wait times. I don't know, hopefully we'll be able to get on some rides today. I'm gonna head to the back of the park. Walking from Cheetah Hunt, the first face covering relaxation zone, you are allowed to remove your mask. Cobra's Curse is only a 35-minute wait. I think I'll go ahead and get in line. I am seeing plenty of ground markers throughout the queue.
And the people shall feel my wrath.
Here we go. About to switch over to the GoPro. So quiet. Look at all the birds. Here we go. Oh yeah. Look at all the coasters. Woohoo! Oh, we're turning. We're going backwards. wait to ride that. Go backwards. Oh! Whoa! Whoa! Woohoo! Oh, I love that ride. Looks like he's about to clean the ride vehicle. I talked to a team member. They clean them every hour. Look at that. That ride is awesome. By the way, that is why you don't go to the first ride that you see when you go to a theme park. You always want to go towards the middle to the back. I only waited 13 minutes. And it said it was a 35-minute wait. And they do have hand sanitizer at the exit of the attraction. Usually you would exit through the gift shop, but not today. They have a side door. Next up, I'm going to try to ride Montu. The queue is a little long, currently a 45-minute wait, but this coaster is awesome as they are running the ride vehicle with nobody on it to sanitize it. I had to get out of the line on Montu because nobody was keeping a social distance. I was on my ground marker and the people in front of me and behind me were like right on my back, and I didn't like that. So I definitely did not feel safe on Montu like I did on Cobra's Curse. Cheetah Hunt is now a 90-minute wait. I just witnessed a team member sanitizing things down, and she stopped because this group of guys were not wearing their mask. And she went up to him and said, "Sir, you need to wear the mask fully." I did not see that at SeaWorld, so really good sign here. Look at the hippo. Well, you can see his butt. But look at all the fish, all the cichlids. Holy cow. Look at this giant gator. Look at those teeth. That's a little disturbing. Oh, he's moving. This park reminds me a lot of Disney's Animal Kingdom because not only do you have really awesome coasters and attractions, but there's a lot of nature, lots of different learning activities, and just overall so many different things to do besides rides. So I love Animal Kingdom. I love Busch Gardens so far. It's pretty good. I am noticing a lot of teenagers, and the teenagers are the ones not really wearing the mask or keeping their social distance. There's lots of families here. I don't know, you know, this park is so big, I can't really tell how many guests are in this park because it's massive, but really it's pretty spread out besides when you get inside the ride queues, because like Cobra's Curse, everybody kept their social distance in the queue, but then I go over to Montu and nobody's keeping the social distance. Look at this sign for the social distancing. Ooh. You remember these guys from The Lion King? The entire family, no mask, even the little kids. I think the key to reopening the theme parks and keeping them open, like Universal, you have to have your staff members out and about enforcing the rules, making sure you're wearing those masks, keeping that social distance. SeaWorld, there was none of it. Busch Gardens, I have not really seen it, but I have seen a team member do it, but I just don't think SeaWorld and Busch Gardens are fully staffed. I don't know what Universal is doing, but it's working. It's working extremely well. And I know when Disney opens, they will have their own system because we are already seeing how good that system is working at Disney Springs. Do you guys remember this? Like, this screams my childhood because at my local zoo back in Oklahoma City, we had these, and I remember taking so many field trips to the zoo, and I would always get one of these because I collected them. In Busch Gardens, they still have them. We have a team member cleaning, really good job. I don't think they are offering the safari today until further notice because with my pass, I get a free safari tour. So I was looking to do that today, but does not look like it's open. I mean, everywhere you think people will be, Busch Gardens has ground markers reminding to keep the social distance. But you can only keep the social distance if we do our part and stay away from people, at least 6 feet apart. Look at the elephants, just chilling. I know, it's a little hot today. And there goes Falcon's Ferry. They face you down and then they drop you. Let's watch. dear. It's only a 5-minute wait. What the heck? Let's do it.
Welcome back. Your harness and lap belt will unlock.
I don't even think it recorded. What the heck? It was fun though, really fun, very scary. Well, my GoPro battery died right when I was taking off to ride Falcon's Fury. Always make sure your batteries are charged. Oh well, let's continue on. One of the biggest challenges that I have coming back to the theme parks, trying not to touch my face. You know, as humans, we have the tendency to touch our face over and over again and itch and wipe off the sweat, and it's just hard to get used to. Another great sign. It's going into the afternoon. It actually just hit noon, but the crowd is starting to get bigger and more people are not wearing the face coverings. Actually, a lot of people in front of me are not wearing face coverings. I don't know. I guess it's just that time of the day where people just get hot and just take off the mask. I don't know. I'm keeping mine on though. Oh yes. Let's go have a ride on SheiKra, one of my favorite coasters here in the States. I don't know what the heck is going on with my GoPro, but now it says I have 70% of battery left. I don't know. Regardless, I hope it has enough juice to film SheiKra. Only waited about 10 minutes for this one. By the way, as I'm being loaded on, the team members here did tell a lot of people to make sure they are wearing the mask at all times. It also looks like everybody is pretty spaced out on the ride vehicles. Well, that one looked a little more congested, but for the most part, each party will be spread out. Looks like we did get front row, which I'm really excited about. Hopefully, the GoPro makes it through. Really big drop coming up. Oh, look at Iron Gwazi up here. Let's see how good the medical mask stays on my face. Look at that, downtown Tampa right there. Very quiet. Here we go. The big drop coming up. Here we go. Oh, love it. Another big drop. Woohoo! Oh, that was awesome. Iron Gwazi, another look. I love that coaster. It is always such a good time. But now I want to head to the other side of the park to try to see the new coaster, Iron Gwazi, because when I was riding SheiKra, I got to see it and it's huge. I can't wait to ride it. Still does not have an opening date, but let's head over here and see what we can see. Look at this. They have a hand washing station here at Busch Gardens right outside of SheiKra. I just noticed. Very good sign. I did not see one of these at SeaWorld. My hands feel so clean now. We have another face covering relaxation zone. It's pretty hot today. I believe it is the hottest day of the year here in Florida, at least in my own opinion. But the mask really not bothering me today. It is hot, but I think it's just the medical mask and the neck gaiter. And you have to take breaks. You have to go in these relaxation zones. You have to stop and get water, wash your hands, go to the bathroom, get a snack. in order to kind of release some of that stress by wearing a mask. And I know I've said it a few times in this video, but I'm seeing more and more team members constantly saying, make sure you are wearing the mask, make sure you're covering your nose. Really good sign, because I did not see one team member at SeaWorld tell a guest to put on a mask. Looks like majority of the smaller children attractions are all open here in Sesame Street. Some really good news: at 1:30, the story time show is happening. Face coverings are required, so you can see some characters heading to Busch Gardens. We have another relaxation zone, and I really like this one. Look at this. Nobody is currently here. I think I may take a little break. This is nice. Oh yeah, this is really nice. I didn't bring my backpack today, but if I did, you know me, I have my portable fan. It would be nice to have right now. Look at the turtle. And then you have a catfish. And over here, you have some ducks. I'm switching over to the net gator because this is a little smelly and wet, but I love this relaxation zone. We have all the food booths still out. This part of the park is dead. There's nothing really back here at the moment. Sesame Street is right over here. And I believe, yeah, look at this. They already have signs. Iron Gwazi right over here. So I'm sure when the coaster opens, this will be more crowded. Don't get me wrong, but is that a hidden Mickey? Just chilling, eating their lunch, and looking at me. Like, what are you doing, dude? Trying to eat. This is the first time I'm seeing a sign like this. Face coverings required. It's really big. I think they need more of these signs throughout the park. And we have another relaxation zone. Wow. I think SeaWorld only had like 2 or 3. I think this is the 4th, maybe the 5th here. And right next to this relaxation zone, they have a hand washing station. Wow. And I know some of you may be thinking, why am I hating on SeaWorld? And I am not hating on SeaWorld, because I actually enjoy going to SeaWorld. I've been to SeaWorld San Diego, SeaWorld San Antonio, and then SeaWorld Orlando. And I do support SeaWorld, but there are things I don't support. But what I witnessed last Thursday for their grand reopening of the park after the pandemic was a little ridiculous. I did not feel safe whatsoever, and that's why the video was so short, because I kind of walked in SeaWorld and walked out, because there was no accountability at SeaWorld, at least with the team members, the guests. So that's why I kind of left. But I am not hating on SeaWorld, because next week I do plan on going back to SeaWorld, maybe even this week, to kind of just see if they have changed anything. But so far, Busch Gardens, way different than SeaWorld. And here we are. We have made it to the front entrance of Iron Gwazi, and this is Busch Gardens' new coaster. I mean, it looks absolutely incredible. Like I said earlier, we still don't have an opening date, but I mean, it looks pretty much done. It could open at any time. Look at this drop. That looks very thrilling and exciting. Yeah, I mean, the queue looks pretty much good to go. I'm sure we will get some sort of an announcement very soon. Ooh, I see some people working on the queue. Here's one more shot of the lift of Iron Gwazi. It just looks incredible. When you're eating food, looks like all the tables are spread out 6 feet apart. I would also recommend try not to bring a backpack, because you do have to pay for lockers if you're planning to ride the attractions. Smallest one is like $6 or $10, something like that. I don't ever bring a bag when I come to SeaWorld and Busch Gardens because of that. All right, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a day here at Busch Gardens, Tampa. I had a great time. I love this park because it's so different than Disney and Universal. A few attractions did have a lot of people, and a lot of people were not wearing masks, were not keeping their social distance, especially when you're in line to ride an attraction. But for the most part, I say about 70% of people wearing a mask today. And I was very happy and surprised that so many team members were saying, make sure you're wearing your mask right and don't take it off, because a lot of people will take the mask off before the ride starts, and team members are watching and reminding people, even team members that are walking around, They will stop people. And I've only seen that at Universal. Did not see it at SeaWorld. I've been seeing it at Disney Springs. Really fun time. I can't wait to come back. I do have a pass now, so I can come back at any time. Also, I will be back to ride Iron Gwazi. I cannot wait to ride this coaster. I mean, it looks amazing. But if you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you guys are new here, because we do this quite often. Make sure you're following me along on Instagram and check out all my links down below. I love you guys. Please remember, it's nice to be nice. And YouTube, I'll see you in the next video. Prince Charming.
I ain't feeling lonely, and I wanna admit it's time to end the ride. Fading it too slowly, were those gonna lift me up this time? You were the only one who got me tripping up inside. All the words you told me, am I reading something different from your eyes?